So you want to know how to edit your YouTube videos on Capcut. Well, it's actually a very easy tool to use, and I'm going to show you the desktop version of it today. Now, if you want to see how to do the mobile version, put it in the comments, and I'll make another video on that. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Scotty. I'm head editor over at Brand Creators, a channel just under 100,000 subs, and today I'm going to be breaking down how I edit in Capcut for these videos. Now, I don't always use Capcut. I usually use ScreenFlow on Mac, but Capcut is pretty universal because you can use this outside of Apple. So with that being said, let's dive right into the video. So the video I have up right now is actually what I'm doing of my dad's for this week. This is actually a clip from a live stream that I took. All of our videos are now clips from live stream. If you want to see how we do that too, check out the link in the description because it's actually our content strategy that we're using that helped us grow to 94,000 subs as of today. Now in this video, I'm going to show you how to edit it. The great part about using a stream is on your stream, you can have pop-ups. So with that, you're going to see there's some pop-ups in here that I don't need to edit because he already did it. Or you might see a split screen like this that you can do. And again, I don't have to edit this part. But we're going to go to the beginning where we are going to put some edits in. If you saw my other video, you know that we talked about jump cuts a lot. I always start with jump cuts before I add any B-roll, any sounds, anything in. We're going to start with jump cuts. So we're going to go to right to the beginning.
Is it accurate to say that Etsy is using AI?
So we're going to make a cut here. If you hit the split, that'll hit a cut. I want it to start right away. Take this little pause part out where he's looking away. So I'm going to do this. Make sure when you are editing in Capcut, especially on desktop, that you turn on attach, okay? This is important because that way you can get a precise split wherever you're doing it or precise lock when you are sliding things around. Makes everything a lot easier.
Is it accurate to say?
Now there's going to be a pause here, so I'm going to use that pause to put this in. Now watch. This is where I'm going to use my jump cuts. You're going to go over to the transform section, and there's scale right here. This is where you can scale in. You can also go up here. Let me minimize the size a little bit. And you can go here and just do it right here by dragging the sides. Usually I'll just do it that way. My thing with jump cuts is you always want the face in the middle because I can make it as big or small as I need in the middle. But it's very fluent when I go from one to the next. All right, so I might start with a zoom like this.
Say that.
And I'll take that little pause out. Let's see.
That Etsy.
All right, and now this part, I'm going to do just a smaller zoom, not as much, but you'll see the difference when I watch from one to the other.
Accurate to say that Etsy is using AI to flag listings?
Okay, to flag listings. So let's go here. There's a little pause there. Whoops.
To flag listings?
All right, and then he goes into the split screen here. Okay, so right there I just showed you the two cuts, a zoom and then a small zoom. Watch how I keep it in the middle.
To say that Etsy is using AI?
Now, let's just say you don't want it just to be flat like that and you want to have like a gradual either zoom in or zoom out. I do that a lot in my videos if you watch them. Watch what I'm going to do here. So let's say, for example, I'll take this first part right here, the zoom that's already up. I'm going to go to that scale. Now I'm going to go to the beginning of the clip and I'm going to click this add keyframe. So I'm going to hit that. Actually, I got to go a little bit on the video. Hit add keyframe. I'm going to go to the end now and I'm going to hit add keyframe. And at the end, the keyframe, I'm going to edit it by zooming it out a little bit like so. Now watch when I play it.
Is it accurate to say that Etsy?
All right, so do you see how we got the zoom out effect there? And you can just do it the other way if you want to be zoom in. You can also click on this thing and drag it over so it can start from the beginning.
Is it accurate to say that Etsy?
And then right here, I would probably, if I started with that, then I'm probably going to go to a zoom. So it'd go like this.
Is it accurate to say that Etsy?
Oh, now you see how it's not centered, so it went like this to the side. I got to center that better. So probably right there.
Say that Etsy.
That's a little better, right about there. All right, now let's watch it.
Is it accurate to say that Etsy is using AI to?
And in this one, I would do a small zoom, so it zooms kind of out a little bit from the previous zoom.
To say that Etsy is using AI to flag listings?
All right, so that's what that would look like. I would cut this part out so that way it flows better.
Listings? No, interestingly, Scott.
And it goes right to that. The split screen, I don't really edit, so that's one good thing about that.
To say that Etsy is using AI to flag listings? No, interesting.
Again, we remember when we do the jump cuts, we want to do it on powerful words. So not just a 3-5 second rule. Don't worry about that. It's more about what the person is saying, so it makes sense while you're cutting it. And usually you find those pauses to do those cuts. Now, the next part is adding in B-roll, A-roll, all that stuff. So when we're adding this in, the great thing with Capcut is you can put an overlay on it. Okay, so for example, let's go to elements. This is also cool. They have stock stuff in here that you can use without getting any copyright on you. So they have stock videos, photos, AI characters, stickers, GIFs even, all of these things that you can use at your disposal. So for example, let's go to what he said in the beginning.
Accurate to say that Etsy is.
So let's just see if they have anything Etsy. And they have this. So let's just pretend, oh, is this Etsy? That GIF? I think it is. But let's just use the photo for now. So right here. And all I'm going to do is drag this up, because if you saw, I went over the other video. Now it's on top. So now I can put it wherever I want. If I want to put it to the side. If I want to put it right here in the middle. If I ever put it in the middle like this, usually what I do is I add like an animation to it. So I'm going to click on animations over here to the right. And I'm going to do it on the in, so I can hit a different thing for it to pop in. So let's say I do this. So now watch.
Accurate to say that Etsy is using AI.
Now, talked about AI, right?
Etsy is.
So maybe I'm going to add AI next. So now I go here, I go AI, and I add this video of AI. Again, drag it up. See how it snaps automatically? Love that. I'm going to hit the split, and I'm going to delete this.
Is using AI.
I can do that if I wanted the full screen. The other thing you can do is on this image, right, do what we did before with the keyframe. Maybe I want it full screen. I'll take my keyframe in the beginning. So go back to basic, go to scale. All right, so we just go on it right here. And we're going to scale that. And then at the end, we're going to add that other keyframe here. And I'm going to zoom it in. So now, watch what it looks like.
To say that Etsy is using AI.
So see how it's zoomed in on it? Again, I can play with that to make it better. If I did that, I'd probably take out that animation. We don't really need that.
To say that Etsy.
Whoops. Now we can take it out. All right, let's try now.
To say that Etsy is.
And again, I probably have to drag that first one over a little bit so I can start from the beginning.
That Etsy is using AI to flag.
All right, so that's a little B-roll action where we put over the top. Now, the part that's going to make your editing go to the next level is, besides just adding this B-roll or these pop-ups, is you need to add the sound to bring everyone in so that way it gains that attention. And it also, as a viewer, you want to keep watching. So I love this with Capcut is you go to audio. You can go right to sound effects if you want. They already have a bunch up, and you can just listen to some of them. Like a little whoosh. Right? So let's say, let's go back to this one. And let's go back to that short right here. And I'm going to put that animation back on, which was, I think it was this one. Yep, it was that one. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to take out those, where are they at? I'm going to take out that keyframe. Whoops. Go back. Where's the keyframe? And all you got to do is click on it. It'll go blue, and then just hit delete, and then it'll delete it. All right, so now I'm going to go back to this, and I'm going to make that smaller again. So go right over top, right like that. Okay, so we're back. So back to that. Now, it popped like that, so I might want to add like a pop sound. So I'll look up pop. Like that, right? And so then I can just add this. It's going to go right underneath, which is awesome. I'll put it right in the beginning. So now, see how like it just, it's so satisfying as an editor just to do that. I mean, put in the comments if you see how satisfying that is. But when you go from one thing to the next and then you have something like that come in, like,
Is it accurate to say that Etsy?
Love it, love it, love it, love it. So that's that part. We added that in, and maybe we go to that. Okay, and then we go back to this. Now, other people like to add transitions. I personally don't do transitions when I'm going from jump cuts because jump cuts are my transition. But you can add transitions by just going right here in the middle It says add transition. You can also go to the left and drag it in over here. So let's say I go here, and then I can add whatever it is I want to do. And they have so many, like there's so many to choose from. But let's just say, let's go off of like what's trending. Let's do like a shake. So like let's just go from one video to the next. You can kind of see it.
To flag
So there's your transitions.
listings. No,
Very
it's-
easy. And then if I go back to that transition, I believe I can change the length of it. I think, yeah, right here. By just dragging it, how long that transition works for.
To flag listing.
And that just gives you an idea of how much possibilities you have with CapCut. Honestly, it's probably one of the easiest for adding effects. I wouldn't say it's the easiest to edit on, but I would say it's one of the easiest to add really good effects. And I don't think you need anything else, honestly. CapCut's really good. Now, let's just say you want captions in your thing. Love the auto caption feature. Go to auto captions, and then you hit generate. Let's say you didn't want to do captions, you want to do text. You can go over here, add text. They have a lot of cool text you can do. Really easy to use. All you gotta do is click it. It'll add it to it. So that's pretty good. Filters. If you want to change your color grade on here, you just go over to the right. One thing I do recommend is if you go to Smart Tools, they have a retouch button, and you can smooth out your skin, which is awesome. You can smooth that out, get rid of smile lines. You can brighten your smile, your teeth, all that. Like, you do this all through CapCut, which is insane. And honestly, I use mobile more than I use desktop, but you can do either one. Like, you can use either one and get everything done. Just depends if you want to do it on your phone or not. So that's my quick rundown on how you edit your videos on CapCut. If you want to see more editing videos like this, maybe some more questions on CapCut, put it down in the comments. Also, if you want to see how I did all the jump cuts in ScreenFlow, go ahead and check that video out over here, and I'll see you there.